Dopamine can literally destroy your life. I remember the days when I used to wake up every single day, pick up my phone, and just scroll for a few minutes, even an hour. I used to eat the most delicious breakfast full of carbs and fat. And at the moment, although it felt really great, afterwards I felt like shit. I felt like crap. I felt like my life had no meaning, like I had no purpose. And to be honest, I felt a little bit depressed as well. And no matter what I did throughout the day, nothing would make me feel excited about life. So one day I decided to change that. After realizing how things were not making me feel excited about life anymore, I decided to change. So I decided to run every single day in the morning to do some cardio. First thing in the morning, wake up, put my shoes on, and just go for a run. And in the beginning, it was really hard because I was not used to it. But I wanted to do something different because what I do for work, I don't get out of my house that much because I work from home most of the time. So I wanted to do something different. I wanted to get out of my comfort zone more and also, do something that would make me feel healthier. So running was perfect for this. And as I started running every single day, things started to get easier. But I used to put limitations on myself. For example, if I wanted to run 2 miles, 3, 4 miles in a few hours or even in a few minutes, I would put a limitation on myself. I would say, I can't do that. I can't. So before I was done with the running, I would stop and I would come back home. I was not even trying to run that amount of miles that I thought I maybe could, but deep down I thought I was not gonna be able to do that. But as I kept going, one day I ran 4 miles, then 5, then 6, and then one day I broke the limitation that I had put on myself. The belief that I had that I was not going to be able to run that amount of miles, I was able to break it. And the amount of dopamine that I felt that day, I cannot even express in words. But it was one of the best feelings that I had ever felt in my life. And to be honest with you, I only feel like that when I do hard things. For example, when I have to record some videos, a lot of videos in one day, it's hard to do that. It consumes a lot of your energy. But once I'm done, I feel amazing. I feel alive. And that is how I felt that day. Why? Because I earned my dopamine. I did something hard to earn the dopamine afterwards. When you scroll, when you watch a movie, when you eat something amazing, like a chocolate cake or a pizza, even pornography, if you don't do nothing hard before, you're gonna feel like shit. You're gonna feel like your life has no meaning. And to be honest, I don't want to feel like that anymore. That is why I changed the way I spike my dopamine. I only have spikes of dopamine when I do hard things first. That's why I don't scroll anymore. That's why I don't eat junk food anymore. Because if you do these things, They are easy things to do, but you don't have to do anything before that is going to make you earn that thing. Is way better if you work out. If you work out really hard, give everything you got, and then eat something like a pizza or a chocolate cake, than if you just don't do anything and just decide to eat cake that day. It's gonna feel good at the moment, but afterwards you're gonna feel like shit. But if you work out really hard and then eat it, you're gonna feel good because you earn it. So from now on, you have to realize this, that dopamine is destroying your life. If you're scrolling all the time on your phone, if you're doing all these things that are not hard, of course you're gonna feel depressed. Of course you're gonna feel like your life has no meaning. So if you are doing these things, stop. Just stop and rethink the decisions that you're making right now, because you can have a better life if you stop making these decisions. Trust me. I used to think that I had no meaning, that nothing could make me feel excited, because I was scrolling and doing all these things that would spike my dopamine so much in the first thing in the morning that nothing else throughout the day after that would make me feel excited. But once I changed it, once I started to do hard things before I was doing things that would spike my dopamine, things started to change. I'm sorry if I didn't explain this in the best way possible, but this is just a channel for my raw thoughts. Yeah. See ya.